people on the Redcubed server that I'm on right now in our little chat, and this is this is like a month or two ago already, but I'm dwelling on it, so I'm gonna rant about it if I can. In the chat, comments were said like, "Oh, it's too bad what happened," and this and that and this and that, and I don't quite agree with that argument. It's not too bad that it happened. I mean, it doesn't make sense at the end of the day, because he had like perfect permission to post all the stuff that he did, but and he posted it under fair use, and it was like a parody video, and you know, it just made sense that he could post it. And they took down, I think it was the Gangnam video, if you can believe it. So they took it down, claiming that they owned the rights to his video, and he had this huge rant about it, and people were attacking the different companies who were involved, and he was saying that he's going to have his lawyers take a look at it, and who has lawyers that can take a look at... Anyway, that's a side note, but it just kind of reminded me about how partners, the people who make these videos, YouTube videos like I'm doing right now, how quickly you can forget how tough it was when you were new, how hard it was to just make it when you'd post 10 videos and like 8 of them would be rejected for making money. You can't make a living that way. It was the most difficult and frustrating thing in the world. And YouTube would never partner me. No, no, no. Because now you can't just apply to be a partner with YouTube. They ended that about a month before I really started making videos, so I kind of just missed that wagon. It's too bad, because a YouTube partnership ultimately would be better than what I'm with now, because a portion of my earnings goes to them. But I have to, because YouTube just doesn't partner people anymore, really. The requirements are just nuts. So that's not going to happen. Never will. And so to actually make a living doing YouTube videos while not being partnered with a network like I'm on, or Machinima, or IGN, or, you know, one of those bigger networks, it's just impossible. You can't. I'm going to go right out and say that. You cannot make a living unless you get partnered with one of those networks. Because YouTube just does not partner people anymore, from what I've seen. So it's really too bad that it's come down to that. It's just become harder for people to make a living if they don't get partnered. And to get partnered, the requirements are going up and up and up and up. It is kind of crazy. But there Captain Sparkles was with his, I don't know how many subscribers he has and how many views he gets. And now I have nothing against him. Like I said, I don't even know of his content. I don't watch it. I don't have anything bad or good to say, really. I'm neutral. But the comment that I have to make is, you know, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget how things were when you just started. You can't start slamming a company saying, "Oh, you took down my video, how dare you," this and that. Remember when it was 8 out of 10 that you uploaded. That was unfair. That was unjust. That is what should be brought to everyone's attention. Not just the one video because it has 1 million views or whatever. Obviously, that equates to much, much more money lost, and for a big channel like that, it is quite disturbing. But, you know, like I say, you just can't forget where you came from. Gravel. Ugh, I hate gravel. Looks like cobblestone. I always click on it. Now, you almost can't compare the smaller channels with big ones like his. But at the same time, you both make money the same way. And the fact that YouTube shows this favoritism towards people who are partnered, it's kind of unfair. I admit it. It is unfair. Everybody who makes videos should be able to get the recognition that they deserve, and they should be able to do it without recourse from YouTube. If someone has a problem with it, they can take it up with you, but why is YouTube getting involved? It's just so frustrating to me, and it doesn't even affect me. So I can only imagine how frustrating it is to someone who desperately needs that kind of income and can't cut it, because it takes a lot of time and patience with YouTube having to fiddle around taking down half your videos before you can make it. It's really too bad. Now, the other copyright thing that I wanted to talk about was regarding partners and how they're immune to copyright in other ways. Not just in that, they something wrongfully happens to them and it's the end of the world. The problem is when you're a newbie at YouTube videos, basically you are told never, and I mean never, post content that isn't yours. And fair use, it has to be educational. This video itself isn't educational. If I wasn't partnered with a channel, with a network, and I wasn't given permission to show this gameplay, technically fair use should not cover it. But it does often enough. YouTube lets it fly. It's just another one of those things, but you're told never, ever, ever you can't even sing someone else's song. If I start singing a song by Journey, or, if I start singing Justin Bieber song, whatever, I would get in trouble if I started to try to monetize it to make money from it. I would get in so much trouble. You have no idea. I can't show a song that I don't have permission to show. It's very, very, very restrictive. And in fact, the songs that I use in my intros and the sound effects and everything like that, they're valued at $20 a piece. That's $20 that I have to pay in order to get permission to use those songs. Now, there are, of course, royalty-free songs out there. Kevin McCorster songs. Or Kevin MacLeod, I mean. I don't know who Kevin McCorster is. I know a Chris McCorster. Maybe that's why I said it. Kevin MacLeod, he makes royalty-free songs that people have permission to use, but even then, the videos are taken down by YouTube because YouTube doesn't seem to understand that they are free to use. But I've seen videos very recently from fairly well-known Let's Players, and they will be like playing Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in your video. I'm fairly certain, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and assume that Brian May from Queen didn't give you permission to use his song in your 20-minute Minecraft video. It just, I highly doubt that. If it is the case, then please give me his email. I'd like to contact him immediately, but I highly doubt it. Now, the problem I have with that is that, there are honest ones out there and dishonest ones. Me, who has to pay $20 per song, I find it unfair that someone can get away with posting a very, very popular song that, of course, people will associate with and enjoy, when I am not allowed to. Now, they're not allowed either, but they're doing it anyway and getting away with it. And that's something that I just don't like. I like fairness, and if you watch some of my videos, you know that for a fact, and I enjoy fairness almost almost too much, you know? It's to a fault. I like fairness. And when someone's dishonest like that, it just bugs me. It eats away. How can they get away with it? Now, you can report those videos if you want, but YouTube doesn't have a reporting system for copyright unless you are the band that made the song. So now, in order for this guy to get his videos taken down for posting, and I'll use Queen again as an example, he either has to have Queen, the band itself, file a copyright claim, or the production company, the talent agency responsible for the band, file a claim. And that's not going to happen. What are the chances that they're going to see that video? It's just so unlikely. So you can get away with it, but the fact that he's getting away with it just upsets me. No name drops, of course, except for Captain Sparkles, who deserves a name drop anyway. I guess he's popular enough, people like him. And like I said, I have nothing against him. I just kind of scratched my head at why he was ranting about his video being taken down. I guess anybody would, but I think something might have been forgotten there, you know. Just remember back to when you were a little newbie YouTuber trying to make your way and having to deal with all these copyright issues every 2 videos. It was so frustrating to me. I can't imagine ever going through that again. I would never ever wish it upon anybody. And I don't forget, that's for sure. I'll never forget. And I think that's what makes me different from maybe some other Let's Players out there. I take nothing for granted. Nothing ever for granted. And if I'm given this partnership that lets me do these videos without copyright recourse, then I appreciate it much more than you even could realize. And I definitely won't take it for granted. So that rant is off my chest now. I'm happy about that. It was something that I've been wanting to talk about, obviously, for months now, with the whole Captain Sparkles thing happening. I don't know if it was months, at least 1 month though. It's just been eating away at me, and it's more brought to my attention now, especially with a good friend of mine. She does Let's Plays. Her channel is Momo Plays, and her Let's Plays are about the same kind of quality as mine, in that they're not infringing on anything. They follow all the rules. She uses Kevin MacLeod music, so it's all free. She owns all the content. What does this company do? It was like Sky Italia or something, some Italian TV channel filed a copyright strike against her. And I don't think it's really the fault of the channel. I again think it's just YouTube and its automated system screwing up. And really, you know what? It's too bad that that kind of thing is happening. Fix it, YouTube. Fix it. Now, because of this false copyright claim, my friend Momo, she can't even make long videos anymore. She's limited to 15 minutes, and all of the other partner features that she used to have are completely stripped from her. They may or may not even be given back, depending on what happens next. So it's like the most frustrating thing ever. And it all just adds to that huge rant. So there we go. It actually feels good to get that off my chest. And hopefully, probably the majority, especially if you make Let's Play videos and you're a partner and doing pretty good, you probably won't even agree with what I say. But you don't have to agree. It's just my opinion. And I'm sticking to it.